everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and today I want to talk to you about tomorrow's Shamrock Awe update and a little conversation about Blackout as well. So the Shamrock Awe event is expected to release tomorrow on the 12th for PlayStation 4, and then following Xbox One and PC. So first off, the previously teased Shamrock Awe event will be dropping, but here is a full list of what is coming, because they did tease us. So the Shamrock Awe event comes to PlayStation 4, and that includes the multiplayer, which is Stockpile, and then the new Contraband Hurricane. And then as for Blackout, they get the new spring map update. That's right, a new update in Blackout. I love it. It's my favorite genre within Call of Duty, and that is a nice Blackout update. And you also get the brand new hardcore mode for Blackout. I'm so excited. The time to kill is going to be amazing. Out comes the campers, out comes the tryhards. It is going to be one hell of a time. Now Zombies also gets their update, the Hellcatraz Gauntlet for PlayStation, and host migration. That's right, an important subject within Zombies, host migration. So when those people leave the game that happen to be the host, you guys don't get absolutely screwed over. There is a host migration coming. Now as far as League play improvements, there's going to be a lot coming. They haven't released any patch notes. That will be coming out tomorrow on the 12th, so do stay tuned for the patch notes. I will be uploading them tomorrow morning. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, make sure to like the video as well. Let's get the info out there, and then finally let's have a little conversation about Blackout. Now somebody did write an article, his name is Jeffrey, about things that Treyarch has gotten right in Blackout. Now he did say that when Blackout was first announced, he was a little skeptical, and I'm kind of with him on that one. I was very skeptical about Blackout when I first came out. I played a lot of multiplayer, I really did. And I don't know if I would have started playing Blackout if it wasn't for my friends. I really don't. I'm such a good multiplayer player, and the fact that I really like playing multiplayer, it keeps your attention all the time. I like the high-paced gameplay, but I do wish that some of that would transfer into Blackout, and especially the custom games. But this is something that Jeffrey says. He says, playing a game of quads with 3 friends, and I drop onto Nuketown Island. Naturally, we check the welcome sign, and to our surprise, we're the only ones on the island. We then check the circle, and lucky us, we're in it. Looting the island, we stumble upon a ridiculous amount of mesh mines, barricades, sensor darts, and vehicles. This island is ours. So since the circle is covering the western part of the map, we figure, we'll be here for a while, so we get cozy. We set up our meshes on the 2 bridges connecting our island to the main island, shoot some sensors there as well, just in case, and hop on top of some buildings for some sweet, sweet vantage points. No one is getting in here. But wait, what's that sound? Zombies are spawning in. We keep 2 men on sniper duty, while my friend and I hop on ATV and run over every undead walker in sight. What a great strategy that is if you guys are landing at Nuketown. Land there, get on some ATVs, 2 of your people, do their thing. You set up all the barricades on the bridges, and you just have a couple of people run over all the zombies. What a great idea. Holy crap. And killing them as fast as you can, as they spawn, will unlock the mystery box, and for some loot has already been had, but that's okay. But after a while you get bored, and because no one showed up and left due to the same thing by Diner, it doesn't matter. We give up on Nuketown because we still have fun. And I don't much agree. I don't have that much fun. But maybe with this new strategy in quads, we could start landing at Nuketown a heck of a lot more. But here's where he says, it is at this moment I realize what a remarkable playground Treyarch has built within Blackout. We made Nuketown our own. A map we've spent years of our lives in is now a big open space that we're defending against dozens of other players. Blackout allows us to roleplay in ways I never thought possible in Blackout in Battle Royale games. And the story isn't an isolated case either. There are so many stories I have like this one that has me in disbelief of what Treyarch has created. This map is so much fun, or so much more than a collection of houses and loot. It feels like a playground where I can hop from a swing set to the jungle gym, and depending on my mood, it feels like a Hollywood backlot as I'm writing the story. And as the game goes on, it's diverse, complex, and most of all familiar. And I can't agree with that enough. It's just so nostalgic. It's all of our maps. I do love Blackout, and I wish they'd keep adding nostalgic parts of the, to the map, but I also wish they'd bring some new stuff too, so we can start creating some new Legend memories. And I do like role playing with my friends. It is so much fun, and Hot Pursuit can get that done. I love getting in my cop cars and going wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. I actually make the sound effects with my mouth. It's just so much fun. But he also talks about vehicles, and he said Call of Duty is not known for its vehicular combat. When you come across a vehicle in the series, it's either a brief campaign mission, a score streak, or a wacky Treyarch multiplayer map. With that said, Treyarch saw it necessary to make land, air, and sea vehicles a core pillar of Blackout, and I can't agree. Those are absolutely some awesome things they've dropped in, especially with the new boat that can carry some ATVs. It's got a very accurate gun on the front of it. The ATVs are fun to just drive around in general. You can put so many things on the vehicles to improve them, like the trophy system, the sensor darts. It is just that much more fun. You can't have more fun within Blackout than you can with the vehicles. I just wish they would add more to it. Let's bring some more in. I want some tanks. I want some jets. No, I'm just kidding. But some new cool vehicles are always fun to drive around. The cop cars are fun. The muscle cars are fun. Of course, the money flying out the back of the muscle cars are kind of annoying, but that's all right. I still love it. And he said when he saw the original Blackout trailer, they showed cargo trucks battling helicopters in an epic 4v4 skirmish, and he thought it would never happen in game. But that was just a marketing thing that he thought. And, in the recent weeks with the new Hot Pursuit limited time mode, he does say he has encountered way more exhilarating moments than what the original trailer showed. Best of all, it feels natural and easy for all of us. And I love the game because that is one of the main points, familiar gameplay. And although anyone can be skeptical at Blackout and how it would perform technically at forward first, because, there is bullet drop, there is, leading the shot, there's a lot of other things. And it's not just, one heal and that's it. You got to do multiple. But we had no doubt that the gunplay would be tight, right? So no matter how much someone wants to bag on Call of Duty, they'd be lying if they said the shooting didn't feel, tight and right. And server issues aside, the moment gameplay in Call of Duty, it's just that moment. It's the best in gaming. Call of Duty's movement system is just so familiar, and after playing so much COD over the years since the very beginning, I like the fact that I don't have to refamiliarize myself with anything within the game because it's there. The maps are there. It's pretty cool. Left trigger is to aim, right trigger is to shoot, left trigger is to or left stick is to sprint, etc. And while this would be a hard thing for Treyarch to get wrong, it always feels good. And while equipment and quick menu might throw some Blackout newcomers off, it's definitely something you can get used to. Trust me on that. I am such an avid player now I don't even like the new system. I like the very beginning one. I've gotten so used to it. But there are moments, in tight areas like cargo and firing range with half a dozen other players, and it would feel like a multiplayer match straight out of Black Ops 1. And when it comes down to player versus player gunfights, Blackout oozes classic Call of Duty, no nonsense, just skill, because there are a lot of moments where it just takes pure movement skill, map control to really get that W. And then of course there's character missions. The idea of character missions are great. Perform feats within the game to earn character skins. While some missions are kind of ridiculous, the ones that work really well. And the character missions, they shine when it incorporates something unique about the character in both the item and the requirement. So for example, Richtofen's character mission, it requires you to play as a zombies character. Find a zombies character mission item, sacrifice the item to with the blood vial, and then have a top placement in the match. It gives you something to do other than just win, So breaking this down, Richtofen is sort of the leader in the zombies premise crew, so it makes sense that you need to be another zombies character to start the mission. Then the process of sacrificing their item references the plot of Black Ops 3 Zombies, where Richtofen was collecting blood from the older zombies characters, and then lastly, placing highly in the match relates to an esteemed nature in the zombies lore. So another example is Frank Woods. The item is his bandana, which can only be found in the area of the map where you have to fly the helicopter around, and then you have to win the game. This mission's objectives are direct quotes of his that require you to fly a helicopter. Both characteristics. It's great. The system allows players to feel rewarded without getting first place and encourages playstyles that they might not have otherwise tried. So if you like, maybe you prefer character missions played like the other two, the Woods and Richtofen, and then being placed in static locations with requirements that hold deep significance to the characters themselves, but the concept is still there. And while Treyarch got the idea right with character missions, I think we'd all love to see them improved. And, like we mentioned, before, Blackout isn't perfect. From annoying ping issues that cause players to miss shots, when they're aiming at their targets, to having less frequent updates than the other battle royales that people play, there are still problems. However, for all the little things Treyarch gets wrong, and I've talked about a lot of them, they get so much right. And that's the reason I play this game so much. It's the gameplay, it's the imaginative sandbox. So hopefully Treyarch continues to do Blackout right and treat it right, and one day create a mode that is indeed perfect. Guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Please drop a like on the video. Please leave a comment. See the description for how to win that $100 Amazon gift card at 10,000 subscribers. Guys, it's been fun. It's your boy Carbon. Peace.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party,